Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out we were starting to build a route that is going to be taking us from Miami all the way down to Newport News, and I showed you all the different routes that I had planned out of Miami, sort of out of the area where we're going to take things along the New Haven route. We were going to take trains through Reno, so on and so forth, and then we started building the station. So we adjusted the station in Miami, we built a station in New Orleans, and over here where a train is just arriving in Norwalk, this station is very soon going to become a freight station. So we're not going to be having passenger trains coming through here. As a matter of fact, the passenger station is, if we just sort of potter along this way, you might just see the passenger station come into view. In today's episode, there is the line, there is a passenger station. In today's episode, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be finishing off this route, hopefully, between Norwalk, Baltimore, New Orleans. That house is about to disappear because I don't like it there. I might just leave it there. I might just leave that. But we are going to be finishing off this route, and that involves a bridge. And in addition to that, there are a couple of things that I've noticed that I need to go over. So, let's roll the intro and get straight on with it. Okay, so with the money still rolling in, we have 29 million now in the bank. Things are going very, very well. What I've noticed is that if this is to become a freight station, as I said in the intro, and, or shall I say in the preamble, I suppose you could call it, and also if that's going to be the passenger route that connects up to this line, I looked at what Norwalk requires, and it requires construction components, or whatever they call it. Construction components are space engineers. What is this? Construction materials, thank you. Construction materials, I'm just going to call it bricks. I was looking around at where we could get bricks from, and to be honest, there isn't anywhere apart from right down here to get bricks from. And even then, it's kind of difficult to get that down there and then that up there. However, oh, there's actually a place here. I didn't notice that one. Oops. However, over here in Baltimore, we have a much easier time of it. We have a quarry right there. We have a construction materials plant right there. Baltimore itself requires construction materials, and so does Norwalk. Now we're going to be building a route between Norwalk and Baltimore right now. So what we could do is run freight trains along the same route, and then just have them sort of turn in and drop off their goods over here. And that's exactly what we need to do. So in order to do that, we are going to, first of all, now how's this going to work? First of all, we're going to be configuring this station, and what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of that and that and that and that, and we are going to stick in right now, should this be a double or single track? That's the big question. I'm going to risk a... should I risk a single track here? No, I'm just going to go for double track. I'm going to go double track, and then I'm going to stick a platform in. And let's just put all the required stuff on these platforms. I know that Miami doesn't have all of that yet, but we'll deal with that shortly. Then what we're going to do is we are going to get out of this and go ahead and continue building a line across here. However, as you can see, that station is right there. What we need is we need this line immediately after here to essentially do that. That's what we need it to do. As a matter of fact, I don't have much in the way of issues with this. That's actually quite alright. I would require this to be a little bit more flat, I think. So I shall do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just flatten these tracks out. Come on, keep it flat. There's the flat. Okay. I want that. How do I do that? Where do you go? You go out to a farm that we probably will never use. Right, okay. Let's just demolish this. I will pop the track in. Perfectly flat. Thank you. Spend the money with completely flat track. There we go. Stick the road back in. That's not the kind of road I want. Uh-huh. Stick the... Right, okay. This is awkward. Are you going to run all right? I certainly hope it does. Right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to peel off these two tracks like that. And yes, we are going to do that removal. How does that... Okay, is there an easier way to tie this in? How does that look? No, that is unfortunately how it's going to go. Okay, well, we'll do that. So we will peel that straight into there. 216,000, sure, why not? And we'll do a second one. That peels along into there too. Just in case. Right over there, it's just going to cost us an additional 4,000, which is not a problem. And we'll have to extend this station eventually, which is going to cause potential issues here. But I'm thinking of rerouting this entire road right now. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and reroute the entire road right now. Is it you? It is you. No. Give me a... Right, okay. There we go. Is that a nice straight-ish path? Alright, the road is going to be rerouted. I'll figure something out here. I think something like that is probably more than reasonable. Alright, where does this... That does start changing the route that they're going to take. Well, now fast forward and start demolishing the route behind them. Go on, off you go. It's a little bit wobbly. In fact, I'm just going to fix the wobble. Yes, I know, shut up. Just fixing a wobble, or shall I say, making a wobble have a little less wobble. That's all. And what do you know? Suddenly, our route is massively improved. So this station could now expand in this direction and become a full cargo station very quickly. But we're not going to do that just yet. But that's all gone to plan. That's definitely gone to plan. So now that we have this, obviously these two routes will oh, hang on. If we did that, what we do is that. Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Now those two could just sort of start connecting together as soon as that's done. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out the route in Baltimore. and where we're going to have our station. Again, I suppose the most logical place for the station is going to be here, and then peels out that way. I think on this side of the road would be better than this side. Perhaps. What sort of an angle can we have it? Could we do that? So if we have it at a diagonal like so, then we could just have it come straight out and continue along the diagonal. Almost like it's following a curve. I think I'm going to try that. So again, we're going to go for this. Now, Baltimore... no, hold on. If we do that, the problem is Baltimore also is going to have tracks that go that way. No, right, okay. Baltimore has to have a straight station. I say straight, I mean all the stations are straight. It needs to have a station pointing south. Probably the correct term. What on earth did I just do there? Okay. So if I just stick the station... You know what? Just stick the station in here. Because, once again, we have a block that's actually pretty useful to us. Before we even do that, I'm going to stick in a bus station. I wish to have a bus station like that, but I don't think it's going to particularly like... Can we not have a bus station that just does that? A 30-meter bus station just like that. Is that not possible? I've tried this before, haven't I? And it does something really, really strange. I'm going to stick it in here anyway and waste the money. Just for the time being. I'm sure if I configured this to have a... I don't know, they come along here, so they're going to do that, and then I get rid of that, and then I do that. Like that, or something. No. Okay, fine. We'll do this then. If you want to be awkward. If that actually pans out and works for me, that's going to be pretty good, but I doubt it will. Anyway, railway station. The only reason I did that is to know where the railway station is going to go. 4 tracks for the railway station here. I think that's reasonable. Once again, so we'll stick in the 4-track station there, and of course, of those 4 tracks, 2 of them are going to be peeling off in that direction. I did not look at that. I did not look at the elevation change. I'm clever. Okay. Well, we'll make it work. Next up, getting these 4 tracks, firstly down to 2, and then we're going to have to split them up again. Should I just leave them as 4? I could just leave them as 4, I suppose. Realistically, could I have... I could have put the freight on the outside. If I put the freight on the outside, it would have been better. But now I'm stuck with it on the inside. Alright, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Let's go ahead and get... Well done me. Just spend 60,000 just doing that. No. Let's go ahead and do this. Tracks. Okay. How does one of these tracks look? And what kind of money are we looking to spend? Something close to this would be nice. Alright, well, we've got a new issue here. I think the Baltimore station wants it out on the opposite side, doesn't it? Look it up, let's see what we've got. Alright, so we have a bridge, the flattest bridge known to... Really? What kind of bridge is that? Okay. Partial along here, we have a tunnel, which is not... That's not terrible. That tunnel's not terrible at all. And then over to Baltimore, that's going to cost us about 6 million. Or we could go for an 8 million one. Still not have a bridge that's good enough. Or we could go for that one, which is what, 25 million probably. 11 million. And just bridges almost the entire way. Well, that's, in fact, no, I think it does bridge. No, it doesn't. There's a section there that doesn't bridge. That's useless. But I now understand where it needs to go. So first of all, what we should do is probably have a straight track out of Norwalk. If we have a straight track, where's it going to go? Perfectly straight is not a problem. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good overall. All we need to do is lift it over this. That's all we need to do. So what we're going to do first is we are going to get some track. Let's use the middle ones. And I'm not going to drop it because we need it to lift up anyway. So we're not going to drop at all. We're going to keep that flat. All 4 tracks completely and utterly flat. So we've got 31 million in the bank now. After that, we're going to try and keep it straight. I doubt... Does it manage to keep things straight on the bridge? It does. Okay. And that takes us right across the bridge. Now, we're going to keep an eye on where the dips are. See, there's a dip there. And it actually flattens out. It does not... Oh, the flattest area is about there. But I could just do that. That would be slightly uphill, but nothing much to worry about. That's going to cost us 5 million. 5 million. If I was to press M to start lifting this bridge, we're at 7 million now. And we have a bridge that things can go under. Do it one more time. And now we have a bridge that costs about 10 million. No, 9 million actually. It's not quite as beautiful as I was hoping. But it does mean we can pull this back. Look at that. It happily allows us to pull that back. Quite a significant amount actually. Let's go for that. Look, that's fairly flat after that. There we go. That's not bad. 8.5 million for a bridge. It's perfectly straight. It's perfectly smooth on that side. A little bit... Hang on. The peak of the bridge is there. Which is... No, it's not. Peak of the bridge is there. That's not helpful. But... How about... What's it like on this side? It's uphill, but it's doable. It's very, very doable. I think I'm going to take that. That looks fine by me. We now have a bridge. That cost us 8.5 million. How much is it going to cost when we finish the entire bridge? That's another 4 million. That's, let's say, 12 million. Well, actually, that was 13 million, wasn't it? And I think it's going to cost us another 8.6 million. So, time for some quick math. 13 million plus 8.6 million is 21.6 million. I think that's 21.6 million. This, right here, is a $21.5 million bridge. And it's probably wholly unnecessary. But we're going to do it anyway, and it's perfectly straight. Which is strange, I don't tend to build perfectly straight bridges. After that, we are going to now, I think it's a good idea to put 4 routes into Baltimore from here, though we're not going to use them. No, that's a terrible idea. What am I talking about? I think we should peel 2 routes off in this direction to join up to potential freight routes here, because it looks like there's going to be another freight route running along here. Look. Yeah, there is going to be one. Look, there, into that, into that. There's definitely going to be another freight route running. Although, what that's going to do once it's running, I do not know. So perhaps we should... Ooh, time for some fancy ideas. Okay, time for some really fancy ideas. The middle 2 are the... are they the freight? Yeah, they're the freight ones. So perhaps... Okay. Bear with me here. Bear with me. There we go. I hope this works. It does work. Now don't go up. Stay level. There we go. That's slightly higher up. That's better. Where's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be going towards Baltimore now. If I was to connect this to Baltimore, what would it want to do? Roughly, it wants to do that. More accurately, it wants to do that. Is there a spot where I can keep this up on a bridge? Is there a spot that I can keep this up on a bridge and let it go around? I think there might be. I think there genuinely might be a spot where I can do this. These 2 are going to be peeling off in that direction. That's where they're going. Nothing's going to stop that. So there we go. You start peeling off in the direction you need to go. Sure, you want to cut through the ground? Go ahead. Just you keep going off in that direction. There we go. Okay. What the other ones want to do, this one wants to come across. Or it needs to come across. The only way I can make that come across is by peeling it off in that direction. It needs to cross here. Okay, so I'm going to make it cross here. Oh, we're gonna end up with the exact same problem again. Unless, look, the bridge is still going up. I will do that and run this back from further. There we go. I mean, this is going to cost. Don't get me wrong. This is a massive cost. But I wish for this to work. It worked. It only went and worked. Here we go. Yep, it did. That's just done exactly what I needed it to do. Go for it. Okay, and now I shall... You do whatever you need to do. How are you getting into Baltimore? What do you want? You want to do that. You want to cut through. Ah, right, okay. Maybe I don't want you to cut through there. There's a possibility for a tunnel. Let's try and get a tunnel going. Is there a possibility for a tunnel? There is. There's a possibility for a tunnel. Is it alright with this sort of style? I think we're alright. Let's keep the tunnel fairly small. There we go. Nothing too dramatic. And then, what are we looking at into Baltimore? Let's say into, I don't know, that platform. Embankment. That's probably unavoidable. That might be avoidable there. This is unavoidable. That little bit there is probably avoidable. The rest is unavoidable. Okay. Let's bring this in. Slight downhill. There we go. Like that. And then, most likely... Oh, that's really done pretty much what I was hoping for. Okay. So, what's... Right, where do we run this? 2 centre platforms? Outer platforms? How is it going to run out of Miami? That's the question. Can we run this out of Miami as an up, down, down style route? I think that's probably better. So we'll have these 2 platforms going that way, these 2 platforms going that way. Oh no, but we wanted express platforms. Oh, right, okay. Could we put 2 in the middle that was just express? So pass through it just... We'll worry about the express later for these platforms. For now, I am going to run it along that route. Which one is this? This is this one. There we go. And now all I need to do is I want to ensure that this from here continues safely. Already at the end of this episode. Oh, we've built the bridge. And we've built a tunnel. That was unexpected. And there. And then let's just see what it wants to do if I ask it to join up to you. That's what it wants to do. Okay. I don't like that. But more importantly, I know what I can get it to do. So all I have to do is peel this off ever so slightly. Keep this flat. It can be almost touching. We can even make it so that it does that. Potentially even take a road through the middle. I'll be honest, this bridge doesn't look fantastic, but, you know. Now, what do you want to do? You sort of wish to stay on a bridge the entire time, which is annoying. What if I did that? That's better. That's much better. So one tap of the N key fixes all of that. I'll take it. I will take it. There we go. Done. Okay. That's probably going to be the picture right there. An interesting bridge. I probably could have done that. In all honesty, I could have probably made that. I'm just thinking of as to whether I could have made that any better. And the truth is, I most likely could have. I could have, but I've chosen not to. Okay, how do I take a good picture of this? Because that's where I'm going to end. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Of course, what am I doing? Subscribe to the channel for more videos on... There we go, that's how you do it. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Support would be massively, massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me. That's the thumbnail for the episode. And I'll see you guys next time in Transports Fever 2, where I'm going to really, really get annoyed with this junction, because I know that I can do this better, and I probably am going to. But more importantly than that, we need to start hooking this up all the way to Miami, get the trains running from Miami all the way to Newport News. That's coming up in the next episode.